Hello everyone, in this video we'll be diving into the world of terminal commands. I know the command line interface can be a bit intimidating, but it's a very powerful tool and it will make your life as a software developer, as a system administrator, a lot easier. So in this video we'll be working on the integrated terminal that Microsoft VS Code provides, and we will be looking at some basic commands to do some basic things with your folders and files. Things that we almost take for granted because of the user-friendly interface that File Explorer provides. So let's get started. So you can see that we are currently inside the CSC 362 system programming. That's one of the courses that I'm teaching. So one of the commands that we're going to look at is your ls command. So the ls command, what it does is it basically lists out all the contents in that directory. Now it's a very simple command. And we just get some very basic information. We don't really get any information other than your folders and file names, right? And there's actually a couple of variations of performing the ls command, because when you're looking at the content in your directory, you get all these different kinds of information. It's no different in terminal either. You may have to run different kinds of command to get different kinds of information. So I can do, if I wanted to get a more detailed list, I can do something like ls followed by l dash l, and now what I have is I have more information to work with. I can see that there's modified time and there are other stuff as well. If I wanted to sort out the files and folders based on its modified time, I can do ls followed by lt, and now if you see here, I have the books folder at the very top, which was the last modified folder. So I can sort out the folders based on its modified time using lt. Similarly, I can do something like ls followed by ls again. Now what that's gonna do is it's going to sort out the folders and the files based on its size. Okay. So now that is also something very basic, and we may need to do that in order to see which files are the largest, maybe which is occupying most of our disk space, things like that. If I just want to quickly clear the terminal, I can write the clear command over here, and then if I run this, it's going to clear the terminal. Let's do ls again, and I want to compare this other command with your ordinary regular ls. So I have all these files here, but what if I just wanted to get all the folders, only the folders? I could do something like ls followed by d and then */, and now what that's going to do is it's only going to return only the directories. So if you compare these two results, you're going to see things like utm.dmg, that's an image disk on Mac, because I'm currently on Mac. That's not appearing here because I'm just getting the folders, not the other files or your executable files, right? So these were some variations of the ls that you might want to see. If I want to just quickly do a review, I can do ls, I can do l, I can do ls lt. That's gonna sort the contents based on its modified time. I can do ls and then ls again. It's gonna sort out the content based on its size. I could also do ls a, and what that's gonna do is it's going to also return the hidden directories. So if you see here, you're gonna see a couple of folders that starts with your dot. Now if you have any understanding of the file system, you know that any directory that starts with dot, these are your hidden directories. So you can use ls to basically list out all the contents. That's just one side of things. Now once you list out all the contents, you want to also move back and forth. You want to maybe enter a new folder, you want to get out of folders. So the next command that we're going to learn about is your change directory command. So that's your cd command. So let me list out all the folders that I have in this directory again, and maybe I want to go inside the lectures folder. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna run the cd command, so that stands for change directory, and I'm gonna go inside that lectures folder. And then if I run ls again, I can see that I have the slides folder. I can go inside the slides folder again, and if I do a ls again, I can see all these different PowerPoint slide documents that I have inside that folder. There's also a couple of variations of performing the cd command. I'm gonna just show a couple. So if I wanted to move up a couple of levels, maybe if I want to go to its parent directory, I can do something like cd followed by dot dot. That's gonna, I can just do one level, right? I can do dot dot again, and I can come out 2 levels, right? I can go inside the lectures folder again. I can do slides again, and let's say I want to move 2 levels up. I can do cd followed by dot dot slash dot dot, and you can see that it just does the same thing, but you can do it together, right? Now, one really neat trick that you will find it to be very useful, and you'll be using it all the time, is your auto completion function. So if let's say if I wanted to go inside the lectures folder, I don't even need to complete the folder name. I can just hit tab and it's gonna do the auto completion for me. Now this is really neat, especially when you're working with folders and file names that is just very arbitrary string, very long, and you don't want to type out the entire thing. So you can just hit tab and it's gonna auto complete it for you. That way, chances of you making a spelling error also gets reduced, right? And it just saves a lot of time. So the change directory works like that. So if I want to just go out of that folder again, so I'm currently inside the system programming folder. The next command that we want to look at is your pwd command. So that basically gives you the path of the working directory. So if I hit pwd, you can see that this is currently the path, this is currently the directory where I'm currently at, right? This might be really useful for you if you wanted to save your content somewhere else. Speaking of saving files, let's learn how to create folders and create new files, right? So the way we create folders in using terminal commands is you use the command mkdir, which stands for make directory. So maybe I wanna create a new folder called Monday because today happens to be Monday, and then if I do a ls, I can see that I now have this folder called Monday here. So I can go inside Monday, and if I do a ls here, you can see that it returns nothing because we just created a new folder, so it doesn't have any content inside. So let's create a file here. So in order to create a new file, what you do is you use the command called touch. So if we do touch followed by, let's say I wanna create a new file called new file, how original. So new file.txt, right? And now if I do a ls here, you're gonna see that now my Monday folder has the new file.txt file. Now you may want to open this file. So if you want to open this file, you may want to use the command open and then new file.txt. And let me just write in some stuff here. So let's say hello world, my name is Amit, okay? And then I can save it here. Now you may want to display the content of that file, and you can see that like when you work on with this stuff, you're gonna see that sometimes that's really important. Sometimes your file may contain a key, and this is just an arbitrary string of values. You may want to display the content of that file so that you can see what's there in the terminal, and then maybe you want to copy it, things like that. So the command that we use to display the content of a file, we use something called cat command. And then maybe I want to display the content of my new file, so I just saved it with the hello world. So I can just do a cat command like this, and if I run this, you're going to see that it basically displays the content of that file. Now we learned how to create a new folder, we learned how to create a new file. Now we want to learn how to remove files, right? So let me list out what do we currently have. We currently have the new file.txt here. So in order to remove this new file, we can do something like rm and then followed by new file.txt. Okay, and now if I do a ls here, you're gonna see that Monday does not have anything anymore. If I want to get out of this, I can do cd dot, and then if I see the contents of this folder, I see the Monday folder. If I wanted to remove this Monday folder, it's similar to this, but it's just gonna be rm followed by -r, and then you have the folder name. So I have Monday. If I want to delete this folder, I can do rm-r, and it's going to remove that Monday folder. So if I do ls again, you're going to see that the Monday folder is no longer in that directory. Let's do one thing. Let's say I wanted this is a folder that we have called lectures. Maybe I wanted to rename that folder. I could do something like mv, so that stands for move. I can write the previous folder name, and I can say the new folder name. So maybe I want to change this folder name to updated lectures. Maybe that's what I want. If I run this, and then if I do a ls here, you're gonna see that now my previously named lectures folder has been renamed to updated lectures. So that's a neat little trick to update your folder name. And so basically, so far we have seen how to list out all the contents, different variations of listing out. We saw how to move back and forth in a directory. We saw the pwd, which prints out the working directory. We saw how to create a new folder using mkdir, create a new file, open files, and then also delete files, delete folders. So these were some of the essential basic terminal commands just to get you started. Obviously there are more. You may want to know how to use sudo commands, things like that, chmod, all these different kinds of commands, but these will be reserved for your more advanced use. But for the most basic operations, this should get you started. Okay, so I hope to see you all next time. Take care. Goodbye.